Please be ready for a dictation of part 2 of a matter taken from the website byju's.com on Comptroller and Auditor General of India, which can be suitable for DDC, PA skill and any other skill exam. 5 seconds. Start. Articles 148, 149, and 150 and 151 of the Constitution of India describe the functions and powers of this office. The following is a brief description of various areas dealt with in these articles of the Constitution. Article 149, Duties and powers of the Comptroller and Auditor General. To perform such duties and exercise such powers in relation to accounts of the Union of India and the states and of any other bodies or authority as may be prescribed by any law made by the Parliament. Article 150, Form of accounts of the Union of India and the states, to prescribe with the approval of the President the form in which the account of the Union and of the states are to be kept. Article 151, CAG reports, to report to the President or to the governors of the states on the accounts of the Union or state. The Constitution has also provided in Article 279(1) that the CAG has to ascertain and certify the net proceeds of any tax or duty mentioned in Chapter 1 of Part 12 of the Constitution. Besides these constitutional provisions and the Duties, Powers and Conditions of Service Act of 1971, is necessary to mention that before 1976, the CAG had a two-dimensional role, that accounting and auditing. Due to the separation of accounts and audit in 1976, the CAG's duty is the auditing of accounts. Since 1976, accounting is being done by the various departments themselves with the help of the Indian Civil Accounts Service. The role of this office is to uphold the provisions of the Indian Constitution and laws enacted by the Parliament in the field of financial administration, the accountability of the executive, that is, the Council of Ministers, to the Parliament in the sphere of financial administration is secured through CAG reports. The office is responsible to and is an agent of the Parliament and conducts audits of expenditure on its behalf. The CAG has to ascertain whether money shown in the accounts as having been disbursed was legally available for and applicable to the service or the purpose to which they have been applied or charged, and whether the expenditure conforms to the authority that governs it. The office can perform a propriety audit, that is, it can look into the wisdom, faithfulness, and economy of government expenditure and comment on the wastefulness of such expenditure. However, unlike the legal and regulatory audit, which is obligatory on the part of the CAG, the propriety audit is discretionary. The secret service expenditure is a limitation on the auditing role of the CAG. In this regard, the CAG cannot call for particulars of expenditure incurred by the executive agencies, but has to accept a certificate from the competent administrative authority that the expenditure has been so incurred under his authority. The Constitution of India visualizes this office to be Comptroller as well as Auditor General. However, in practice, the incumbent officer is fulfilling the role of an Auditor General only and not that of a Comptroller. In other words, the office has no control over the issue of money from the consolidated fund, and many departments are authorized to draw money by issuing checks without specific authority from the CAG, who is concerned only at the audit stage when the expenditure has already taken place. Stop.